Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lola, and I would like to tell you that I have tried as much as possible to make a video, just to start with my YouTube channel and give people so much information about my journey in Germany. Mind you, my lovely people, this month clocks my 5 years in Germany. Yes, I came into Germany 2019 September 2020. 25th, not 2025. I came to Germany 25th September 2019, and that happens to be my birthday. I remember I left Nigeria 24th September and I arrived in Germany 25th, which happens to be on my birthday. Did I plan to come to Germany on my birthday? No. You know why I came to Germany on my birthday? I remember then we were checking for flights. The cheapest flight happens to fall in between that time. Before and after my birthday were so expensive. And then I said, okay, let me just go. Then it doesn't mean anything. I'll get to Germany on my birthday. And you know what? I'm really loving it. I made that decision. Yes. So anytime I celebrate my birthday, then I celebrate my anniversary in Germany too. Yeah. Like I said earlier, I've been trying to make a video as my journey goes here in Germany. But at a point, I thought to myself, it wasn't a good time. Not that it wasn't a good time, but I thought I won't be that consistent. And consistency is a key in this life. But now, I just watched a video that motivated me. And I thought, oh, this is the rightful time for me to make this. And I believe so many people are going to learn from my video. So hence the reason for starting this. I want to believe this is today has been orchestrated by the Holy Ghost. Yes, because with him we can do all things. Yeah, as I was saying, I clocked 5 years in Germany this month, and it happens to be like 4 days ago. Today is 29th September. And it has been ups and downs, roller coaster, that I will tell you. And if you ask me, is Germany a very good country to come? Yes, it is. I actually came as a student to Germany to study for my master's, even though I'd already finished with one master's in Nigeria. But trying to relocate and I have to go through the student route. Then I thought, yeah, it won't be bad going for another master's. And the course I was coming for was like something new for me. Then I thought, oh, I would also love to go in this direction. So the reason I came to Germany to study my second master's. So I remember back then when I arrived in Germany, God really sent help to me. Like I met with a guy I never knew from Adam. I guess he should be a German. Yeah, I think because we never had a conversation like that. Imagine. Oh my goodness. Till today I'm still feeling, oh Lola, you did not do so well. I should have asked for his number, even if he's not going to give it to me, just to say thank you thereafter. And yeah, he helped me with my bag. My luggage was so heavy. This guy gave me practically his own lightweight bag and carried my bags that were heavy. Yes, it was so nice. I guess it was a German. Yes, because it's even now I'm beginning to understand the differences between the other internationals here in Germany and the real Germans, because everyone just look alike, seriously. But then there are some little things you can use to distinguish between them. So now I'm beginning to think in my mind, I guess that guy was a German. I never asked him, imagine, because I was too tired. You won't understand how tired I was. But I was so tired to the extent that I was almost leaving my bag behind and just pick the maybe my certificate and other things that are going to be useful to me and leave all those foods I was dragging all the way from Nigeria, because my bones were so weak, like I was dying. Imagine. But then thank God now all those things are like gone. So back to the story. If you ask me, is Germany very good to come to study? Very, very, very good, seriously speaking. But then I would like to share with you so many information that we supposed to know as international people or international students. Seriously, I began to understand all these things as I moved through my journey in Germany. And I thought to myself, if only had known like 1/10 of this information, Germany would have been so good to me in my first or second year. But my brothers and sisters out there watching this video, Germany has also been good, but then I will not lie to you, it wasn't a bed of roses for me. I don't know about what other people, though I have some friends that were bed of roses for, and I have some that we also went through the not bed of roses. But for me, I'm going to be only talking about myself today. It wasn't a bed of roses for me, but I look back now 20 like 5 years ago, I can wholly give God all the glory because He has given me what I want. Not everything, but then when you know that, oh, there is hope for you. It is better, and it's getting better. So I'm thankful to God for that. So going back to the journey, I started my journey 2019 in September, and I was also welcomed by great friends, guys, and a lady. They came to welcome me at the Bahnhof, which we know as the train station in English, but then called Bahnhof in German language. So they came to welcome me, and when I got to my room, when we trekked all the way from the Bahnhof to her house, like her apartment, and I got to my room, mind you, my I was down. Why was I down? I looked through the window and I was like, what am I doing here in Germany? Like, am I really out of Nigeria? Left my friends, my families, my loved ones behind? And I was like, do I really mean this? Was I prepared for this? Even though I deferred my admission before coming. I ought to have been in Germany 2018, but I deferred my admission because at the time too, I was trying to round up with my first master's in Nigeria. That also is like another story. How did I defer? This is a good topic we could talk about. Schools that could allow you to defer your admission if you don't want to come the year it was being given to you. And yeah, I think as time goes on, when I started meeting with other friends and colleagues that also deferred their own admission, they told me, I think someone told me he deferred for like 3 years, and not all schools accept that. So imagine you having admission in a country like Germany, and you have, oh, I don't want to go now, I'll come next year, I'll come up higher, something like that. So if you want to know more about this, you can also put that in the comment section. So I think we are beginning to generate some topics we could talk about maybe later in the days, or month, hopefully days, because like I told you earlier, I would be consistent. I'll try to be consistent, even though right now I'm so much engaged, but then I think I want to add this to my itinerary just to give people hope and information about coming here to study in Germany, and also how they can make their life easier as soon as they come, even before coming. All this information I never got from anyone, but then God gave it to me as my journey goes in Germany. I begin to gather those information by the help of God. It wasn't easy, but then we thank God. I really thank God because it has been so faithful to me. I never looked like what I have gone through in this country. Yes. Okay. So fast forward to getting to my room. I cried. I was even in the midst of my crying when my mom called, and my brother and my father, to say hello on a video call. And I could not hold my tears. I could not hide my feelings. Anyway, what happened to you? I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know why I'm here. And I was, no, you get through it, you get over it, don't worry, you'll be fine. That they just cheered me up, and that was that. And thereafter, I started with my life. And thank God, then I was living also with German ladies. There were two of them. Shout out to them. I love them so much, and they were so there for me, and we started with our lectures also. Then there's one thing in Germany: as soon as you arrive in Germany, the first thing you have to do is to go to their Rathaus, which is known as like local government in Nigeria, to register yourself. You have to register your address, your name, everything about you, so just to be well assured that okay, you have a place in Germany you are living, because you can't just live anyhow. You have to register yourself wherever city you find yourself. So and shout out to my friend that helped me with that too. So we went to the Rathaus together, and I registered myself, because after registration, you have to also take some other process for you to get some papers. It was the paper you get from the rat house that you take to other places for you to get like a social security number, other papers, other numbers for you to start working in Germany. All were just, attached together. You can't jump a step. You have to take one step before the other, and they were all like a link, like a chain together. So that was that. So I did that, and I was able to get my social security number, I think, maybe like 3 weeks after I arrived in Germany. But then I remember, was it up to 3 weeks? No, not up to 3 weeks, because September, yeah, like more than 3 weeks, or maybe 3 weeks thereafter. But then I was also looking for a job, and looking for a job, you have to give them all these papers you got, especially your social security number, your identification number, which is your tax number. You have to get all these things ready before you could start searching for a job. So I got all this, and I also searched for a job, and I got a very job that I never experienced all my life in Nigeria. Oh my goodness. Yes. I don't want to mention, but then it was I don't want to mention the name, but then it was a, what do I call it? Like a delivery company, where people bring goods, where they gather a lot of heavy loads, light ones, heavy ones, like a package delivery, just something like, okay, I think I can also mention, yeah, I got a job with GLS, which is like in the likes of DHL and co. Yeah, I got a job with them, but then the job was too tedious for me. That's how I would say. It was too tedious for me, but then I had to, like, just carry on with my strength. And because you need money, I need money. Yes. And I remember I came with a blocked account. There's something called blocked accounts. And I think this is also another topic we can also talk about if you want to come to Germany, block accounts, or maybe a sponsor letter. So now I think now we have like two major topic we could talk about. This I can give detailed information on, and how to help you through it. Not that I'm going to help you, but just give you information on how to go about it. So that is that. So, but then, as a Nigeria babe, like a Nigerian, a very good Nigerian that is not lazy, you wanna work. So I don't want to spend so much out of my blocked account, even though I was spending it, because the money I was earning at the time was not even nothing. It was nothing to pay my bills, because here in Germany you have to pay bills, you have to pay your house rent, your insurance money, you have to feed yourself, you have to wear clothes, even though I'm not the type that spend so much on clothing. That's just me, but then I love good things. So the money was not that enough for me, so I'll still dip a hand into my blocked account money, and just augment with what I was earning at the time. I remember my first salary from GLS should be something like 98 euros, if I'm not, or 97 euros, either of the two. The paper hour here in Germany. So yeah, I resumed job November 28th in Germany, and I worked till somewhere around early December. And I also went on holiday to my sister-in-law. Yeah, so I did that. And yeah, I didn't really work so much, because even the little time I worked, it was great. Let me just use the word great. You know what I mean by great? Yes, because it was great. Let me use it like that. Okay, and fast forward to 2020. I had an operation. It was also like another story, and another major topic I would like to speak on. So if you want me to speak on this, how I went through it, how I did not pay 1 cent. I never pay 1 cent for this surgery that cost, I think I paid, like, the bills, not that I paid, but the bills that was sent to me that I was supposed to pay was over 10,000 euros, and I paid no cents from my pocket. So if you want to know more about that, let me know also in the comment section. So that was my 2020, and also doing still working with GLS, and that was after the operation, and how GLS paid me when I was on sick leave, even though, those are the benefits you can have, when you are here in Germany. It's actually a very good country, not going to work and you are still being paid. I was even being paid more than when I was going to work. Can you imagine that? I remember back then, so I was working as a mini jobber. So it wasn't like a tile site, which is their part-time job. It wasn't a vault site, which is also their full-time job. But then I was working as a mini job. So yeah, they paid me even when I was not going to work. I was home recovering from my operation. Yeah, what led to the operation? What happened? Why did I go through an operation? And you know what? I went through this operation twice within less than 24 hours. This is God's glory sitting in front of you. The one the Lord has chosen, the one the Lord has kept. Yes. Okay, so that is like, I have like 3 topics we could talk about that everyone could learn from now. Okay, so that is that. In 2021, yeah, 2022, okay, Corona came, things were like that, blah blah blah. Did I ever have Corona? No. I hugged people with Corona. I never had Corona. Yeah. Okay, that was 2020. 2021, how I got my internship in a food company, that has the major company here in Germany, but then they have like a daughter company in the Netherlands. So I was being sent to the Netherlands to have my internship for 7 months. Yeah, normally it should be like 6 months, but I had mine for 7 months, and it was a great one. Yes, if you want to also understand what I went through the internship, how I got the internship, how I was being paid so well. Yes, I was earning much. Yeah, and I was living in a very, oh my goodness. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, so you can also put it in the comment section, how you could get a very good internship, how you could create your CV, how you could communicate with whoever is going to, interview you, and how you could, just get things done. So I did that 2021. And 2021, yeah, I traveled to Nigeria to say hello to my family members. I miss them so much. I had to have traveled 2020, but then I could not because of Corona. So 2021, I was able to. And how I was almost about to miss my flights. Okay. Okay, so that was also in the case of my 2021 year. And 2021, how I finished, then how I went into 2022. I didn't want to come back to the city I was living that. I mean, the first city I arrived in when I just came in newly to Germany, because I thought, oh, where I was having my internship, it was like a big city. Everything was there. I never want to leave. I want to stay in a big city because, as a Lagos babe, when you come to other places and you just want that Lagos vibes. Oh my goodness. And how my big city put me into trouble in 2022. How I had issues with the police. How I had issues with, I don't know, will I call it Anwalt? Not really the Anwalt this time. The Anwalt here are called the lawyers. And I mean the top, like the magistrate or maybe the judge, something like that. How I had issues. I'm not a troublesome girl. I'm not a troublesome lady. I move my way. I just want to do my things peacefully. I want to do things in a very legitimate way, but how I found myself in a very bad job. This is also a very big topic that I would just make it known in the comment section if you really want me to talk about all these things and how God saved me out of it and how I paid no 1 cent also for this case. Yes, put it in there. Okay. And thereafter, how towards 2022, how I moved back to Vitzin housing, where I had where it was my first city where I when I came to Germany, how I moved back to the initial city I was living when I newly came to Germany. So yeah, how I registered for my thesis 2022. Initially during my internship 2021, I started with my thesis, how I stopped my thesis, how I cancelled my thesis topic, and how I went through the whole of 2022 without having any thesis done. And I remember 2022 how I got my B1 certificate through the process of having issues with the police, and how I was not working, and how I got a job almost at the end of the year, just for like 2 months, just to have some money with me, apart from living on the money I'd already saved during my internship. And yeah, just comment in this session, in the comment section, if you really want to know more deeply into all this focus of talk here, let's put it like that, like on all these points I've mentioned. So yeah, how I did that and how I came back to the previous city I was living in 2022, was end of 2022, how I started with my Führerschein journey in 2022. Like the year I was going through a lot, I was trying to also achieve so much. In Germany, you just have to be strong. You have to be strong in God. Yes, it's only God that could make people strong here in Germany. So how I went through all that, the tactics I used through the help of God, you know. Then in 2023, how I got a job with my university as in her mensa, where we call like the university restaurant. How I got a job initially in that 2023 with one company that also is in the same category with GLS and DHL and the likes. How the job was so stressful for me that I could also bear it, and how I later got a job in my university restaurant called Mensa, and also how I proceeded all through that to still have my thesis done within that year, and read, and also get it finished, and how I got my defense done, my final defense done in Nigeria, because I also traveled to Nigeria that 2023. And I remember I traveled to Nigeria to 2022. Yeah, I did. And how I was in Nigeria and I got a message from my university that the police people are looking for me. You don't want to experience that, so you need more information on this from me. Yes, how all that went and how God strengthened me through it. But one thing I know in this life is that God is always with the righteous. Yes, if everything you are doing in this life is based on the truth, the Lord will always vindicate you. So how God vindicated me, yes, so that is that. And how 2023, how I almost relocated back to Nigeria. It was so sad. Oh my goodness. But then I never relocated. I never did. But how God came through for me just at the time I planned relocating, and how He gave me a job I am doing right now in Germany as a research assistant, and also doing my PhD alongside with it. I believe you really want to understand and learn more from this. So if you want, please just let me know in the comment section the subtopics I'd mentioned earlier that you would love me to buttress more on. Let me just have those clue on that, then I can always make a video on this. I hope my video is not too long. And yes, this 2024 to how I got my Führerschein, the journey I started 2022. Why was it extended? Why did I extend it? Did I extend it? Was it extended? What happened? How and why? Yes. Oh my goodness. So lovely guys, I hope you find a lot of points in this video of mine, and I hope you're going to comment in the comment section below so that we can have a more dialogue, a deep dialogue into every point I'd mentioned. Love you guys. Cheers. Bye.